Hello, my name is Erica Saltoff, and my presentation is called Writing to Learn, about the Writing to Learn strategy tool. Writing to Learn is a strategy used across grade levels and settings within education. This topic is long-lived and continues to be studied today. Writing to Learn can be defined as writing tasks used to enhance writing. Research shows that reading and writing go hand in hand. Therefore, Writing to Learn is a useful tool in order to increase or enhance reading comprehension and vice versa, and that includes all content areas. The following articles explore the concept of Writing to Learn across settings, and I also explain the influence it has on those special education inclusion students I may work with, grades K through 5. I also give useful strategies that I discover through my research and connections I have made between articles and also text within our current class. I hope you enjoy my presentation. The first article by Liebenberg is Writing to Learn. It was written in 2016, and it focuses on key strategies when teaching writing along with reading instruction. So what I enjoyed about this article was the concept that one should follow a specific process to figure out what you're going to say, get your ideas out, make an outline, and then use reading to support what you're going to say. Then use that active writing to figure out and go back to your outline to refocus what you wanted to say, and then use research to guide you and offer to support. What I enjoyed about this was her mantra of, it's not about writing more, it's about writing better. And we use that within my own school when we say, once you're done, you've just begun. This is a wonderful part of the writing process, as you're really never done. You can always go back and enhance your writing. This article connects to those students I work with in its methods of making an outline. For struggling learners and special education students, they really thrive on following steps and things that are broken down, and then organization and following that throughout their process. So that connects to our class reading of best practices in writing instruction when they talk about the Common Core standards, which include introducing a topic, organizing information, etc. So students are thriving through that, following the organizational process. One suggestion, one activity that Lieberman suggested was when you have a little bit of writer's block, just bang it out. That includes simply writing 5 sentences relating to a topic in 1 minute, just to get the writing flowing. I think this is a great strategy when working with special education students to really get their concepts and thoughts out before the writing process and help them get started. The second article relates to STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And STEM itself is a great way to explore and learn through hands-on experience, and writing in a notebook just enhances that. Writing to Learn through science is a great influence on their understanding of those STEM concepts. I just gave an example of a little, younger grades could use this mini journal of writing an idea bank and writing about what worked well, what didn't work well. And then I also gave an example, a link for a science notebook with free templates and assessments that might work throughout the grades. This relates to my class in that students can deepen their understanding through writing and process and reflection. The idea connects to our writing in class in that writers should grow, and in order to grow, they need to be able to follow a process and draw hypotheses and theories, and STEM notebooks would be a perfect outline for that. An assessment would be just the STEM notebook itself. It's a great resource in itself, and it provides evidence of student learning and also assists teachers in future instruction and how to drive their instruction. The third article was Writing to Learn, Benefits and Limitations in a College Setting. I thought this was very educational in that it talked about some variables and how it may or may not be beneficial, but they did find that really Writing to Learn provides nonverbal thinking benefits and gives students a little bit of confidence in that they are able to just write their thoughts down rather than expressing it out loud and verbally, and helps teachers gauge understanding also with a large group. So again, connecting to confidence and risk-taking, and that was a connection that I made with our video that we were to explore this week from low-stakes writing, Writing to Learn, not learning to write, mentioned how the students felt less afraid to make mistakes. Students can use Writing to Learn to make text-to-self connections and gives them the opportunity for reflective thinking in a private manner that they do not have to express verbally again out in their class. And then they can just turn it to their teachers, and their teachers can gauge their understanding. The fourth article was definitely my favorite. It gave a lot of tools for comprehension across the content areas, and especially in social studies and science, but they gave the following strategies, which I thought were really helpful: learning logs, note-taking, listening, stop and write, micro-themes, which is drawing together key ideas from their reading assignments, bio-poems, word maps, just really a lot of great strategies. Here's an example of a word map and how to branch our thinking through words. Learning logs, we can use this during math instruction or science or social studies, using words and pictures to enhance our comprehension. This article connects to my classroom in that it provided many useful strategies. Like I said, comprehension across content areas can prove difficult for my students, so I'm excited to use all these strategies with them. Connections I made were to the other articles from our readings, and again, really that focus of the science and writing to learn as a strategy within that content area. Also, an assessment, rubrics they mentioned would be a really good tool, and again, we can use them across content areas so students can monitor their selves for their self-assessment. And then again, those slides I mentioned in the previous slide, all those great strategies that I have taken from this article in particular. In conclusion, Writing to Learn is a powerful strategy within education. As my research proved, the strategy can be used in various formats, but all proved Writing to Learn to be a useful tool for increasing reading comprehension and overall comprehension. Some useful strategies I discovered include writing using familiar format, note-taking, writing logs, summaries, writing poems using writing outlines, and research to support topics and develop understanding. The importance of Writing to Learn should be considered when instructing across grade levels and content areas, and I'm excited to use what I've learned to produce reflective thinking and risk-taking within my own special education inclusion students this year. So overall, I've taken a lot of wonderful information, and I think that the students will really benefit across their school day from this strategy. Here are my references, and I really hope you enjoyed my presentation on Writing to Learn and that you will take what you've heard and use it within your own classrooms. Thank you.